Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, Debunking the End of Copy Trading Narrative. Today, we'll explore whether copy trading is truly fading or if it's still a powerful tool for brokers in 2025. Joining us are two experts from Brokery Solutions, Victor, who is a regional head of business development, and Tatiana, regional head of business development. They'll share key insights, trends, and strategies to help brokers stay ahead. Let's get started and hear their thoughts where copy trading stands today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
very much for the introduction. So yeah, my name is Victor, and I'm regional head of business development, responsible for EMEA region, and located in Cyprus. We have a EMEA office in Limassol.
And I'm Tatiana, who is the regional head also business development, but I'm covering a little bit different parts of the world, APAC, Americas, and the UK in the middle.
Yeah, and we would like to say a few words about the company we work for. It's Brokery Solutions. I'm sure many of you know us well because we are leading fintech company providing software solutions for multi-asset brokerages using MetaTrader 4, 5, CTrader, and DXTrade. And our core expertise is money management solutions such as copy trading, PAM. Also, we provide liquidity aggregation products as well as advanced risk management software.
What I'd like to add in here that we've been on the market for over 11 years as of right now, and we managed to serve a huge number of brokers. To be precise, it's been over 600 companies that we managed to help and satisfy their technological needs. What I'd also like to point out, since the session today is about copy trading, that the number that we managed to serve our customers specifically for this product is actually over 400 brands. So that's what we'd like to offer you today, to dig a little bit deeper into the reality of copy trading trends and to see if it actually is still the trend.
Yeah, so we are going to talk about our analysis of Google Trends from retail traders to this technology, and we will talk about some benefits of onboarding this system for brokerage. Also, since we are a technology provider, we will share some insights on technical setup and in general insights about copy trading and how to launch it successfully, what to do, what not to do, like everything we know about that. In the end, you will have time for questions, and we will read the chat of this translation at the end of the call. So you can type your questions anytime, and then we will try to answer all of them at the very end. So, and a few times through the call today, we will ask you to share some information to make it more interactive and to understand the community who is here today better. And the first question and the first poll for you is the one you see on the screen. Like, in your opinion, which region has the highest demand for copy trading service? Is it MENA? Is it APAC, LATAM, UK and Europe, or maybe North America? This is like a little bit of prediction game because we will share this information shortly, but it would be nice to. So can we see the poll? Is it activated?
Yes.
Yeah. Now it is here. So yeah, it would be nice to know your prediction, and we will share with you the answer in some way shortly. So,
but actually, to start off with, while you are voting or you're done, I'd like to comment a little bit on a very interesting article from Finance Magnates that was published at the beginning of 2023. And it was pretty much the article on death of social trading. And I would like to say that I'm actually a little bit disagreeing on this matter, and I will explain why. There are a few comments here. So point number one, perhaps the volumes were not as high as they were expected. We will get back on this later. We will discuss a little bit on strategies, what could be the reason for it. But the interest, as you can see right now on the screen, is generally growing. And we can see the stable growth, year-over-year growth of 22% that was noticed by Google Trends, starting from 2021. And considering this stats also is only in English, we might as well guess that, you know, the number could be actually higher. And point number two here is, of course, maybe the growth was expected higher, considering how it kicked off at the very beginning. But do we know any other services actually that were known and wanted over years just as much? The only example I can think of is MAM. But actually, as per my observations, and I'm sure as per observations of my colleagues and people from the industry who joined us today, I would say that the majority actually are having some hard time distinguishing MAM copy trading. So these terms generally, and it could mean any of it. It's a catchy word. It might be showing high trends, but at the same time, the stable growth was never noticed for that. So because of these reasons, I would disagree a little bit for this.
Yeah, definitely. And indeed, English is not the only language for search. Let me walk you through our research for EMEA region. And as you can see right now on the screen, the main main demand is generated by Central Europe, quite a multilingual area. And we see that it's much higher than any other region. Although other regions, as we can see, are showing the great demand for copy trading, means for automated trading, like in most of the parts of EMEA region. This clear upward trend, as you can see, there are marks on the graph with the peak. So the ground, like a breaking peak of an interest, was connected to this request. We saw in the middle of 2024. So we can see the constant growth for the last 5 years, with the peak of interest in the middle of last year. So definitely something to consider.
And if we're looking at APAC, that was actually the region that seemed to me always as a growing demand in copy trading. We can see some unexpected declines here starting from 2021. As for Southeast Asia, as I said, based on the observations, it was always the region number one for copy trading demand. But unfortunately, we see, as per the Google Trends are saying, the decline in this demand. Again, this is only searches that are demonstrated in English language. And when we're looking at certain regional parts, English is not the main language that people speak in there. And perhaps, it could be still a mystery that is staying behind it, because the service is mainly, again, what we are noticing is introduced in Southeast Asian, generally in emerging markets regions, and it happens logically. But as for the rest, as we can see on the graph, we see the stability, and it's the key. Another interesting trend, what we see in the American part of this world, right, in the Americas, and the most interesting region seems to be actually America. In the last 4 years, we're noticing the highest increase in terms of copy trading. However, Latin America is falling behind a little bit. Last year, it was having place number 3 in this little chart, so it was a higher demand. Later on, it fell to Well, it still stays in top 5, but it's now on 4th place.
Yeah, and talking about general overview of the whole world based on Google Trends, we can see the clear upward trend in Central Europe and both Americas, which clearly shows the demand for automated trading and social trading and copy trading in these regions. And like I must say that this is the most desirable clientele in the world for retail trading. So for the last 5 years, steady growth of these two regions clearly shows that this technology and this service is in high demand, in our opinion, and based on the data we just collected. So time for another poll. And if you join in our webinar and you have plans to implement copy trading, social trading as your service shortly, when are you going to do it? Based on our previous slides, I would say as ASAP, but interesting to know your opinion. Now, next quarter, this year, or probably you already have it, so you don't need. So please share with us what's your thoughts about the trends and the need of the system for you now. And
We want to
are
compare the actual trends that are
yes,
provided by
yes.
Google and by people who are actually using it, by the companies.
Definitely. So,
all right, shall we move to the next topic? Why should actually a broker add the copy trading services to their offering? And here I would like to touch upon 4 points, 4 topics. And the first one is the expanded client base. So social trading generally can target pretty much everyone. Nobody needs the trading skills. Nobody needs to have any experience. As soon as you're introducing the service, obviously with some providers in it, and if it's all well prepared, then anybody can join it and take advantage of it. I'm sure also the customers, the traders with no experience can leverage to, achieve their financial goals by following successful providers. Another point is the client retention. So by providing the services, different opportunities, there's a higher chance for a brokerage to actually keep the clients within the company rather than having them switch to another ones who are actually offering these opportunities and these services such as copy trading, PAM, it could be anything. Then, of course, increased trading volume. Well, again, in referral to the article earlier that I covered, right, that it could have been the death of copy trading and the volumes are not growing as expected. However, some companies can be reaching up to 20% of their total volume that is generated only by the copy trading service. It's all about strategy at the end of the day. And if it's planned correctly, then there is a very high chance to increase the trading volume because of that. And the last, but not least, the competitive edge. It seems like only 1 out of 3 brokerages are actually offering copy trading service. Although we might seem like it's, no longer unique and a lot of companies are doing it, but only 1 out of 3. So that's why if you want to be competitive, you might want to consider adding the money management tool as part of your offerings.
Yeah, and if you decided to start and all the beneficial things that Tatiana just mentioned are valuable for you, and as she said about the volume growth, the preparation here is a key. So it's not enough just to install the software and to wait while it starts generate volumes or something like that. So some preparation for a smooth launch should be made. And the first one is, of course, to discuss with your affiliate network, because like what clients need, what clients expect from copy trading, what requests they see, and basically what to target in terms of copy trading and preparing the campaign for its promotion. And of course, to talk to IBs because they are first on the line, talking to clients directly. And in most of the cases, IBs are the first copy trading providers who you register on the system. So it makes very easy for them to connect to their network. So this is like a groundwork for preparation. Then you have to think about scaling in terms of the amount of strategies you offer to your clients, because like people like to try new. They like to compare and observe different investment options. So they will be interested in more. So this is the question about processes and how to onboard signal providers, how to work with them, how to qualify, how to promote it. So this is a process to be established that is needed for further scaling of the system. And the last topic here on the launching like base, which is also essential part, is integration. From what we can see, sometime the copy trading system presented by the broker as a side platform. So it's not integrated with anything else. It just has slight branding and totally different website, domain, whatever it is. But it shouldn't be like that. It should be integrated into the brokerage ecosystem. It should be an essential part of the offering. It should be marked as a service. And yeah, good branding, good integration is also very important, as well as single sign-on. So one, let's say CRM provider or traders room with access to all the features and all the technologies, including social traders. So don't leave it aside. This is about this was about the launching of the and like preparation to launch on the business side. And now we are going to talk about the technological side and preparation to it. And what I want to say here is, first and foremost, from the technology point of view, from what I know, most of the copy trading systems you can purchase and acquire and integrate are not self-hosted. So you have to provide infrastructure for it, for the operations. And this is very important because how it usually works. People are buying copy trading, basically any software, and they want to try how it will go. So they install the software, prepare everything works on a smaller scale. But when the growth, and with copy trading, as we can see from some of our clients, it can be like rapid growth of users, and we saw this demand peaks like a lot of times, and the infrastructure is not ready for this scale. So from the very beginning, it should be prepared. The scalability and compatibility with other software such as bridge processing, trade processing systems, or whatever you use, it should work well on a larger scale together with reliability and uptime. That's what a lot of people are losing during the initial setup, because like at the very beginning the scale is quite small, not a lot of users, so it's not a critical infrastructure, but it quite fast it become one. becomes one. So reliability, I mean backup, replication if needed, all the security protocols for any highly loaded, demanding software. That's what you need to use here, and that's what you have to think from the very beginning, especially backup, because all this client data, and all these connections and links and traits and history, it's all in a database of the software, and it should be protected well. And in general, like talking about the next point, security and compliance, it's all about the security of the data from other side as a backup, replication, and like physical security. On the other side is the legal part, which is data protection and regulatory compliance. That's what you have to consider and think about from the very beginning. Another important topic, and it's here in technical, on the slide with technical preparation, but basically it's not only about technology. It's about the team, your team participation in this process. Here, I talk about, first of all, technical support, customer support. Training, education, showing the system, very important here, as well as marketing and sales. So what we see is that we see, like how the onboarding process works. Traders are asking for copy trading solution. Broker react by onboarding one. And this is usually the task for technical team, for dealing team, for MetaTrader maintenance team. They do it well, they install, they integrate, they test, all works, but no one introduced the system to sales and marketing. And that's what we see almost every time. But even on the expo, we come to the booth of the brokers and we ask the team, how our clients, how is copy trading doing? How does it help you to sell or something? And they say, well, we heard about it something, but we don't really know more about it. So this is like significant part of this whole process is missing here, because this is the super powerful tool to grow your volumes and grow your client base, but you have to use it properly.
I think I can also add towards the technical support. It's important to differentiate technical support of the technology provider and technical support of the customers that are working for the broker, right? And of course, technical support provided by the technology provider, copy trading provider, it's an important point to onboard initially, but then who is supposed to sell the service once it's offered by the broker? Obviously, the team already on their side.
Definitely.
And what I'd like to now touch the features of the copy trading system, and I will not put it differently, UI or the features that are actually offered by the system. It's one whole platform, and it should be flexible. If it's not flexible, then brokers cannot implement one or another business model towards this product. Let's do some examples. If the system is offering one or another fee, let's say platform fee, for example, right? A broker might want to charge their providers this platform fee so they can make some extra money out of it. But then the question is, what if another company actually does not want to do it, right? They want to avoid actually introducing this because they want to onboard quality providers, and that might actually scare them off. Or another example, to add the portal of the customer. Would it hurt actually the follower to choose the wrong strategy, or would it actually give them more freedom to choose one or another strategy? So this is something that is important when choosing the technology provider, that the system offers many different options and they can be turned on or turned off. And another point, we did cover it in the last slide, actually, it's about verification of the provider. It's about reputation of the provider. And I would say at the beginning of this whole journey, when you're introducing the service, or if the company that you're running is small or medium, and of course you want to onboard as many providers as possible. And it might not be a bad idea, of course. But then eventually the survival of the fittest happens, you know, and the best remain. But does quantity equal quality in this case? If you're showcasing 1,000 random providers with random statistics that is not attractive at all on the leaderboard, who would actually, at the end of the day, want to follow them? I'd say that verification of the provider is pretty much essential if you want to build up a reputable brokerage. And if you want to show that you're not just accepting just anybody to show on the leaderboard, but you're actually verifying their identity, how they're trading, the history of the performance, and so on and so forth. So perhaps it's not part of the technological aspect of copy trading introduction, but it is definitely something to do when onboarding a copy trading service in the whole thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's also important. So we'd like to share some maybe extra tips and tricks boosting success of new service. So what to avoid, again, based on our experience and a lot of conversation with clients who use copy trading. First of all, don't overpromise. So basically, same as any other business, but we hear that this matter is critical for copy trading because the system is very transparent in terms of the ratings and performance of the strategies. So it should be fair. And then basically what we already spoke about, it's about traders verification, because this is, providers. This is the face of any copy trading platform. So it's very important to certify, qualify, and test them somehow to present only very good and working strategies. And this next point is about leaving your clients on their own, and that's what often happens when brokers just install the software and let it live their own life. And that's what I said on the previous slide about the education and training of all the teams of the brokerage. I mean, customer support, marketing, sales. Guided walk through the setup of the account helps to increase the profitability and scaling of the platform. And yeah, basically that's the last one is also about team's preparation, but team's preparation is needed to guide the client. So
Well, there are more do's than don'ts in this in the introduction of the social trading or copy trading offering. And I'd have to say that if you do not, or if a brokerage does not want to be disappointed after purchasing the copy trading product, then there are many things that need to be considered. Many, I actually mean that. And first, and the most important one that I've been mentioning to the customers of all sizes throughout the years worked at Brokery, that it's essential to have a dedicated project manager, or even the whole team sometimes if you're having huge volumes and a big amount of customers. No provider, and by provider I mean technology provider, will be having a dedicated project manager for this specific product. I'd like to ask if you remember the number I mentioned, how many customers we managed to serve just in copy trading matter. And if you don't remember, I'll remind that it was over 400. So obviously this is impossible to have a specific person dedicated to this project. Moreover, it's not only about the resources, but only brokerage, only this specific company can know their strategic goals, the outcomes they want to have after the introduction of any of the service, and what they want to complete at the end of the day. And the job of the project manager is actually to make sure to cooperate, that they're cooperating with the technology provider, that they understand the product from within, and that they help sales team, marketing team, and anybody else learn how to actually operate the system, what functions available in there. Sorry, it was a pain point. That's why I was covering it quite a bit. But there are many other things to consider as well. And let's talk about the capabilities. It's important for the team to learn what product is offering, because it happens quite often when, oh, I didn't know about this function. I'm sure that any technology provider will be happy, or well, at least obligated to share this knowledge, to have the onboarding sessions, to have just Q&A session, how to use the product. Because first of all, the broker is the one who is benefiting the most out of it, right? And I would say that in business, being shy is not really working in your favor. So don't be afraid and ask questions. The next point is customization of the leaderboard, of the portal for your customers as well. This is actually the key to be unique. As we were talking that only 1 out of 3 brokers are offering this service, but then actually to show how different you are, you want to consider customization of the service. And although it might be as simply customized as just a logo, you know, some colors of the buttons, but if you actually want to show how different you are and to create a real candy out of a basic copy trading concept, you might want to consider also hiring the team of web developers, web designers, who can use the API that is usually provided and create something beautiful. Then in terms of the infrastructure, it's number 1 that must be taken into account and considered when you're adding any additional service. It doesn't have to be only copy trading. It can be PAM. It can be anything else. Even for the bridge, I'm sure you're considering how it's built within what it's built. And it's important to take your time to learn what's required, what technology provider is saying is needed to have as for the infrastructure to add the additional service to it, copy trading service. Backup, it was mentioned during the session already. This is a must. And you have no idea how many, whoops, we deleted the server on accident, happened before. That's why it costs additional couple of bucks. But if you lose the whole system, you will be struggling and losing much more. Sales and promotion. My colleague just mentioned briefly that, but this is playing a huge role if you want to launch the successful project, right? Copy trading project. And if your team doesn't know how to sell it, doesn't know how to operate it, I doubt that would be actually the key to success. So training is essential, even of sales and marketing people that are not really doing technical things. As we discussed, right, that copy trading generally is not a very unique service, a unique offering and provided by many companies. So perhaps it's not a bad idea to look what other companies do, how they implemented it into their environment, how their showing it how they're promoting it, and learning something also from them. And the last, but not least, I would say that generally simplicity in the customer experience is extremely important. Nobody wants to dig deeper into different portals where different settings are located and so on and so forth. So, for example, introduction of mobile app might be something that will help you sell the service. Let's be honest, we spend at least 50% of our time on the phone, each one of us. And when a potential trader has a little app next to their Instagram icon, they can just click and do their thing what they need to. That's it. So
Yeah,
these are
this is
pretty much.
basically, yeah, I
Oh, did
agree
you?
about, especially about mobile app. This option increase the scale and volume of copying significantly because like it's the just simple. Based on my own experience, like whatever platform it is on the laptop, okay, I will need to find the time to
One
sit
thing,
on the
yeah.
laptop. Yeah, to do mobile app is much yeah, easier and simple. So it's definitely must, I would say, for any copy trading solution. Okay, so we are about to wrap up for today.
Actually, that was fast.
Yeah, but we were trying to be as insightful as possible and share with you all our knowledge. So thank you very much for your time. This is the time for questions, I believe, and I see. Uh,
Actually, the first comment is very interesting. It was in terms of the trends. Theodore Michael is saying that Europe would be the top one, and then Asia would be going. I would comment on that by saying that, well, of course, based on Google Trends, it's pretty much actually the case, right? We saw a huge decline in the Southeast Asian region. However, as I'm saying from, again, my observations, my experience, I would say that brokers are looking to implement copy trading services into the emerging markets. And by emerging, it could be Asia, Latin America, actually Africa as well, because it's due to less educated traders who do not want to learn, how to trade or how to allocate different parts of their trades. They just want to click on this little button that says copy or whatever it's called. And that's pretty much it. That's why Asia, again, was one of the observations, because it's emerging market with less educated traders.
yeah. So we are moving to the next one, right? And the
Yep.
next one is what is, from statistical point of view, the average size of an account means how much the account holder invests. I believe right now we don't have such a statistic because as a technology provider, we don't have an access to accounts itself and to the statistical data because the system we sell is isolated and can be managed by the broker independently without our involvement and without our access. But I believe it's as in all like retail trading, it depends on the region a lot. So our system works across all around the world, and I believe in Asia or India, for example, the average size of any investment is smaller than in the US or Central Europe. But unfortunately, specific number we are not able to name right now.
Yeah, and I would say it was more about demand, the interest generally, rather than comparing, how big or small the account is. Yeah. I see the next question, and I'd like to take it over because last time at the IFX in Dubai, that was a very popular question. What are the benefits of setting up your own copy trading network rather than connecting it cross-broker network? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It's just very different business models, cross-broker copy trading or your own, right? Intra-broker copy trading. But it all comes to, first of all, the how complicated or simple it is on the back end. I mean, both systems are complicated, but still the payouts of the commissions, it's much more complex structure rather than keeping it within your company. And the second point is, I think I'll just wrap it up by asking the question: are you ready to share your volumes with other brokerages when you are having them, providing the providers, and then you have to share the volumes um, that could be just within your company. So I would say these are the benefits. I don't know, Victor, do you have anything else in mind?
Basically, no. We discussed it internally many times, so
Yeah,
our position here is the same. I just wanted to jump into the next question because it seems very interesting for
about
me. And the
AI.
question is, yeah, do you think that copy trading will be affected by AI? And what I want to say here is that the system and the whole idea of copy trading is very universal because we oftenly receive questions from potential clients. Can you work with crypto? Can you work with cent account? Can you work with, I don't know, futures? So, and the answer is yes, because we can work and copy trading can work with any symbol on trading platform. As far as I see right now, there are a lot of research and ideas around AI-powered trading, which is very interesting. And my personal opinion is that this area and these technologies will be growing because we already see a lot of quantum-based hedge funds and generally any type of automated trading is growing right now with new technologies, but they will still trade with symbols that the copy trading supports. So right now we are even have a partner who provide algo trading builder for those who doesn't have ready-made providers in their company to start up the process. So in this way, AI only helps us and helps copy trading trend to grow, I would say.
And
Tatiana,
the last one.
do you have anything to add about AI?
Not to AI. I was focused and thinking about regulation topic. Actually, it's I find it quite interesting. Yeah. So, how the impact of regulations that might have on copy trading platforms. Well, first of all, there are regulations already in place, so I don't see it might affect in any more, right, in a negative way than it is now. It's a little bit different that relatively newly introduced prop space. But first of all, it's already in place, right? So different impact doubted. Second of all, if we look from the perspective what regulation is, this is pretty much, well, protection of the traders, I would say, if we are looking generally, right? And then traders are protected already big times, I would say, right? If we're looking at the main regulators, right, like FCA, ASIC, and SISEC, and so on. But copy trading, I am choosing to follow someone. What am I doing bad about this? How am I supposed to be protected because of my choices? So I don't think there is anything more to cover to that rather than, for example, asset management license to have, right, from one of the regulators. Well, there's always also the offshore that is less covering that, but I don't see the possibility of it to impact anyhow in a negative way, rather than that what it is right now.
Yeah, totally. Some places and some jurisdictions don't allow automated process. They ask to confirm every trade so before copying. which is more transparent. But again, if we talk about high frequency trading or like in general the market latency, that's not what is possible. I mean, to implement on a bigger scale and make it attractive for traders. Okay, so this is the last question. Was the last question from the Q&A part. Anyone wants to add something on top?
I'm sure there are always more and more questions. And well, we're happy always to talk about this, to share
Yeah, as you
our
can see,
observations, experiences. And yeah, you can reach out to us on LinkedIn, or you can reach out to our email address, sales@brokerage.com, or to learn more.
yeah. So sales@brokerage.com for any question you have. And yeah, thank you very much for joining. Thank you to the
Thank
guys on the
you.
chat. And see you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.